Good morning, YouTube. I am super excited today because I am coming to you from the remote property. Feels like it has taken us forever to get here. It's a chilly morning. We're right around the freezing mark. We are located about a half an hour north of Huntsville, Ontario, Canada. It's about an hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes from where we live in Orillia, Ontario, Canada. I'm going to take you for a little bit of a tour, and I'm going to walk you through the process of how we got here. Here in Canada, we have a great app called realtorca. It allows you to do custom searches for property. In this case, I set a search parameter of price as well as a search parameter of acreage. After you've set your search parameters, you can simply click on the search button and then adjust the map to select the area in which you would like to look. You can then scroll through the properties and they will appear on the left-hand side of the screen, as well as being highlighted in red on the larger portion of the map. So you can really get an idea for where they exactly are. This feature was super handy when it came to planning out trips, as a lot of these properties were a bit of a haul and we ended up spending a lot of time in the car. Once we were able to find a property that we were interested in, you're able to click on it and bring up some general information about the property, along with information on the realtor, any buildings that may potentially be on the land. The program also has a really neat feature in which you can export directions directly out of the program to one of the map applications in your phone. A word of caution, however, because a lot of these places don't actually have addresses, it might not bring you to the exact location that you're trying to get to. We, of course, found this out the hard way, but once we got it figured out, we were on the road and we drove weekend after weekend after weekend looking at properties. It feels like we spent about as much time in the car this summer as we did at the house. It was all worth it though. If we hadn't put the time and effort into it, we would have never found our property. The remote property is 18 acres. It's absolutely beautiful. We were able to get it for $105,000. Totally remote. There is not even hydro at the lot line. The closest hydro pole is probably about 10 miles up the road. We started this journey or the idea of buying a remote property about a year ago, and this has just been a crazy time to try to find something. Properties go so quickly, even remote properties. This one, for example, had 4 people bidding on it. The only reason we got it is because we put in a higher deposit than someone else who put the exact same bid as us. So we were super happy to get this one. We ended up losing a property. I'll talk a little bit about that down the road. And yeah, so just super excited to get here. The idea, obviously, before the snow flies, because we are in early November, is to get some of the land cleared. You can see behind me here, it's a bit of a mess. I'm going to show you around a little bit, and we'll go from there. So our property extends up that way, not too far, probably to about halfway up that little hill you see up there. If you look down this way, though, it goes down quite a distance. We're 18 acres. You can see it is really overgrown right now. The goal over the next couple of days, since we have a little bit of time off work, is to just come in, do a little bit of clearing, and then decide where we're going to put things. As you can see, they left us a bed behind here. I told my 10-year-old daughter that I'd pay her $10 if she slept on that bed overnight, but she would not take it. I don't know if I would either, to be honest with you. Come over here, and again, it's just a nice, it's a decent sized clearing. You can see here someone was using the land for camping. There's a little bit of a fire area there. And if you come back farther, we get to an area that is a little bit swampy that we're going to have filled in with some gravel. This is the outhouse that's on the property. Needs a little bit of work maybe before we can use it again. It looks like it collapsed about 50 years ago. And then down through here is the area that's a little bit on the swampy side that we will get filled in. It's just really this one spot that's filled up with water. The whole area, we've had so much rain over the last little while. It's swampy everywhere, even at home. So You may be asking yourself, how did we afford to buy this property? I don't know about you, but we don't have $100,000 laying around. But what we do have is a phenomenal amount of equity in our primary residence. So we were able to leverage that when we remortgaged in order to pull out enough money to pay for the remote property. So we were able to borrow $150,000 from the bank, which broke out to be about $580 a month or $7,000 a year. Now that may seem like a lot of money, but for the previous 10 years we had a trailer parked in a trailer park, and between the payment on the trailer, which worked out to be about $3,120 a year, and the site fees at about $4,000 a year, it's about a wash. The obvious benefit now being that anything we put into the land would likely be recovered at the point of sale should we decide to sell it down the road, whereas having the trailer in the trailer park, you really just looked at things losing value. And that is how we found and bought this property. Now, we were really fortunate that we had a little bit of time. We weren't under a huge time constraint to find something. Also very fortunate that we were able to leverage our primary residence to come up with the money to pay for this, because, you know, I'm just a regular guy. I don't have $100,000 laying around. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. Currently, I have a total of 0 subscribers, unless I count myself, and then I have 1. I don't think I can actually do that. Next video, we are going to talk a lot about clearing the land. Have some help coming in the next couple of days, so looking forward to that. Take care. Thank you.